Hello, friend. Welcome back. If you are new here, I am so grateful that my information has found you. Today's conversation, psychological warfare, and how the battle for your mind can break down the biology of your body. First, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Leanne Wolf. I am a human design and BG5 business professional. I am an incessant researcher. I am a course creator. I am a teacher. I am a coach. I am lots of things, as I have a completely undefined identity center. However, the one thing that I definitely resonate with the most is that I am a contagion for the human design system and breaking down the simplicity of it. So every day, all day long, when I'm not out with my cows, hanging out with my dog, my cats, my cattle, I'm coaching people, men and women, all over the world so that they get to step into their own self-mastery through the frequency that has been endowed to them through the human design system. And by being able to, help these people see this and see themselves in this light, men and women are able to let go of those old patterns, stand in the pleasure of their own direction and their own inspiration, and conceptualize this world through the correctness of their own view. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And throughout this information, I would love it if you could give a thumbs up. And if you find real value here, please share this with people. Now's the time. We are on this cusp as we move into this last 7 years of being in this cross of planning. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video here that I explained all of this information. And we're moving into this cross of the sleeping phoenix where the individuality of ourselves gets to be that autonomous, sovereign being that we are meant to be in this next 400 years. The cross of planning is coming to a close. The outside of self authority is coming to a close. And, the next 7 years is going to be very tumultuous as that cross of planning doesn't want to let go of us. Okay, so what I'm going to talk to you today, I'm going to go through quite a bit of information. So again, if your attention span is really, really short, then watch this in little bits and pieces or just pop off right now, because there's a lot to go through here, and yet it is very, very simplistic. So I am going to share my screen. And what I'm going to do is we are going to look at understanding how you can actually heal your body and how your body is designed to heal itself, and how this psychological warfare, has us in this grasp. All right, so what we are going to walk through today is understanding that self-mastery starts with you, starts with understanding your frequency, and starts with this ability to come to a place of self-awareness and self-actualization. I'm going to continue to remind you of that throughout my videos. So there is psychological warfare taking place right now as we speak on this planet. Now, I am going to bring to you and marry the information from Louise Hay from her book, Heal Your Mind. So the mental causes of physical illness and the metaphysical way to overcome them, okay? So why am I blending this today? Because as we walk through this, you're going to be, I really hope that your mind is absolutely blown. So this psychological warfare that's taking place on our planet is thick. The only way to control another human being is through fear, nervousness, and anxiety, okay? And if you have the mind caught up in all of that, if the mind is trying to figure out the mundane, if the mind is trying to figure out the uncertainty, if the mind is trying to figure out anything, then the other person can easily be controlled, okay? So is there a virus? Yeah, there's a virus. For sure there's a virus. But the virus that is taking place right now on this planet is not anywhere near what they have indicated to us. They, meaning mainstream media, large organizations, pharmaceutical companies. Now, I'm not going to go down this conspiracy theory rabbit hole. I'm not going to do it. But I want you to grasp how powerful you are in amongst all of this. So please stick with me as I walk you through the simplicity of all of this, okay? Here is an excellent affirmation for you. You know, I cannot catch your fear. And why do I say this? Okay, this is going to blow you away. So if we take a look at the 3 centers where fear, nervousness, and anxiety reside, okay? Let's walk through influenza. What does influenza mean? Influenza, probable cause, probable, okay? Everything is a probability, okay? Probable cause, response to mass negativity and beliefs. Geez, does that sound familiar? Fear and belief in statistics. Like, you can't make this shit up, you guys. Can't make this shit up. Okay. Statistics. The mainstream media, the WHO, the World Health Organization, the CDC, Canadian government, governments all over the world have provided us with these ridiculous statistics. Ridiculous. Because what they did is they took numbers and they put them into a computer. Well, you and I both, through our own common sense, know that whatever you put in is going to be the result of what comes out. So no different than the food that we put into our mouths, the fuel that we use, the information that we're collecting. Whatever goes in, it's either going to be a good, healthy outcome or a negative, distorted outcome. That's just common sense, okay? So Louise Hay is big on affirmations, healing the body through affirmations. Now, why am I bringing and marrying in human design with her information? Because human design stands on its own. But I want you guys to grasp that so many different spiritual teachings are teaching the same thing. They're teaching the exact same thing. Whatever controls our mind, whatever is cluttering up and distorting our view is creating a physical body that will break down, period. And it doesn't matter if you follow Greg Braden, Dr. Kaufman, Joe Dispenza. Oh goodness, I could go on and on and on. So anybody that is away from the mainstream media, that have done their own research and seen the common sense of all of this, understands this, okay? So really, the new thought pattern, I am beyond group beliefs or the calendar. I am free from all congestion and influenza. Okay, beliefs. Do you see here? Where are beliefs? Beliefs are right here in the 56th gate. What is the 56th gate? It's collective, you guys. It's collective. And what's feeding it? Either anxiety or healthy concretization, healthy vision, healthy views. That's what's feeding it. Very interesting, correct? Statistics, do you believe those statistics that are all over the place? If you do, I encourage you to dig a little deeper for yourself. Dig a little deeper. Okay, problem, respiratory ailments. Why did I put this here? Because influenza, it says respiratory ailments. So fear of taking in life fully. We are caught up in a matrix that, again, check out that video that I pointed to earlier. We are caught up in this matrix of delusion that we need to work. The cross of planning is about work. It's about locking us into this belief system that an outside of self authority needs to tell us what to do. And then we are fearful of taking life in fully and becoming autonomous. Well, the cycle is changing, you guys. The cycle is changing. So let go of the fear. We are to be autonomous. We are moving that way, and it is so healthy for us to recognize that. So I am safe, and I love my life. Doesn't matter what lockdown, what prison, whatever the outside construct looks like, inside is all that matters. Your mental health is all that matters. The physical body and what you're feeding it, that's all that matters, okay? Now, I also put on here colds because so often we are in that, upper respiratory illness, these respiratory ailments. Again, we could go into bronchitis, we could go into coughs, but I just picked colds for now. Probable cause, too much going on at once. Well, hello, where was our world? Where was, the state of our world? We were so damn busy being busy. So much going on. So much mental confusion, disorder. Everybody was hurting each other. Like, we couldn't even use some languaging anymore without a whole big uprising happening. Like, we got to a point on this planet that it was like, what the hell is happening? And then again, this belief, oh, I get 3 colds every winter. Well, again, the physical body, the physical body is designed to shed and detoxify if there is a pathogen, bacteria, fungi, whatever's in there that needs to be, whatever toxin that needs to be shed will be shed. However, if you believe that you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick. And if you believe it and you're feeding your body incorrectly, then, well, whatever you focus in on and believe and push your mind, the body then is in this state of resistance. Because it isn't about the mind pulling the body along. It's about the body making decisions for itself, and then the mind being clear enough to see the world. Okay? So, if there's junk going in, there has to be junk going out. We have to detoxify. There has to be some toxins that are released. Now, understand this, that sometimes it's not just about food, it's about frequency. It's about frequency. We are electrical-based beings. We are frequency-based beings. And this frequency is, providing information to this bubble of biology. So I allow my mind to relax and be at peace. Clarity and harmony are within me and around me. All is well. So this is about you being able to see the profound understanding of this, okay? Now, I'm also going to now show you another slide that, again, I hope really blows your mind, okay? Take a look at this. If you don't understand what this is the mandala. Now, again, what I've done here is I've shown you where all the activations for the fear of the spleen, the nervousness of the solar plex, and the anxiety of the ajna, or conceptualization. Now, what I want you to really grasp, do you see this? Do you know what this means? None of those fears are created by the body. Why do I say that? The second quarter is the form. It's the actual formation of matter. So all of the rest of this, the mind, which is the first quarter, bonding is the second quarter, and the third quarter is mutation. Those 3 quarters, when fear is palpable, inside of those 3 quarters, and the mind is distracted by it, where's it going to go? It's going to pop into the body. And then the body holds all of this resistance, and bang, we got unhealthy bodies. Now, I don't know if you can wrap your head around this, but when I saw this, I was like, holy hell. Holy hell. That's super powerful. Now, what I want to read to you is a part of Louise Hay's book. So, let's just do a share here so that you can see it. So the point of power is in the present moment. Now, I love, there's a meme that goes around on Facebook every now and again where, people want to know the future, and people want to talk to their loved ones that have crossed over. But where it says be present, there's nobody standing in that line, because we're so effing distracted going, trying to figure stuff out, trying to see the past, trying to see the future, that we are so blind to the fact that the only thing we have is right here. Okay. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about mediums. I'm not. I have a coach that that's one of her skills. And the reason I use her is because she's such a clear channel that when I speak to her, she is actually connected with me, and she is providing, it's like having a conversation with myself. But anyways, so the point of power is in the present moment. So this is Louise Hay's, a portion of her book. So the point of power is in the present moment, right here and right now, in our minds. It doesn't matter how long we've had negative patterns or illness, a rotten relationship, lack of finances, or self-hatred. We can begin to change today. The thoughts we've held and the words we've repeatedly used have created our life and experiences up to this point. Yet, that is past thinking. We've already done that. What we're choosing to think and say today, at this moment, will create tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month and the next year and so on. The point of power is always in the present moment. This is where we begin to make changes. What a liberating idea. We can begin to let the old nonsense go right now. The smallest beginning will make a difference. Okay? Why do I share that with you? So if we are to, again, take a look at the mandala here, just again, briefly, I want to show this to you. Now, is that doing it? So anything that is undefined, This is where we're designed to have our experiences. And you've heard me say this a million times. This is where we're designed to collect our resources. This is where we're designed to attract relationships, resources, information. Because what we don't have, we are not the authority of, okay? We are not the authority in. We are becoming wise to that information. So as long as we're present and in the present moment, as long as we are in this present moment, we can then clearly recognize what we're interacting with. And when we do that, we unclutter the mind. So the psychological warfare, the psychological battle for the this and the that, any of that, no longer can hold us hostage because we have clear vision. We're watching it. There's nothing to figure out. Just embrace the uncertainty. Embrace the unknown. And allow and trust your bubble of biology to just enter into interactions and gather the wisdom that you need to. How does the body heal? The body heals when we no longer are letting the mind buy into the collective opinions, the collective lies, the collective statistics, the collective fear. But we can see it. We can just recognize it, witness it, and drop into our own truth. Drop into the beauty that sits inside of us, this frequency. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's nothing outside of you. It is all in the present moment and what you are recognizing in the interaction. Something else I wanted to point out, and I've said this before as well, is bonding and the mind. We are in this social distancing. Now, why didn't they use the words physical distancing? Because physically, they have this idea that to control us, we need to physically be apart. But the health and wellness of our actual immune system requires, it absolutely requires us to have people in our life, okay? Requires us to do that, to bond. So why didn't they use the word physical distancing versus social distancing? Do you see the psychological warfare just of that? And then the mind, in order for the mind to let go and understand how beautiful this whole world is, understand that the opinions of others can create nervousness. Ooh, okay. So drop into a few of these things. Look a little deeper for yourself. The physical body needs touch. It needs connection. It needs to interact with people so that the mind can discern what is correct or not. So that it, the mutation of the breakthrough, the mutation of ideas can drop in. So again, when we take a look at the profound information that lies within this program, within this code, within this structure, we can see how it can be used against us and and how we can strengthen and become that powerful self when we step into our own self-mastery. So again, I don't often sell to you guys, but I'm going to start because we only have 7 years, you guys. We only have 7 years. So today's information comes to you from the wisdom of mutation, from the wisdom of mutation and the wisdom of self-care. Well, how can we do that? How can we be in this self-care? We can do that by comprehending how powerful the mind is. How powerful the mind is. The sun earth right now is in the cross of laws. And the cross of laws, what are your laws that you're bumping into right now? What are your laws that you are bumping into? What is the mutation you get to bump into as we walk through this profound mutation? So each day the program is empowering us, and today it's also supporting us. So what I want to share with you is, if you don't, if you want to work with someone and you don't know how to find me, here I am. It's powerofself.ca. And you can do 2 things. You can work with me through, this might be difficult for my internet and my little computer to process all of that. You can work with me through different readings, different sessions that I do, different packages that I have. You can go on here and you can book whatever you want to book, okay? No, it's not free. I do charge for this information because I believe that there has to be an exchange of value in order for people to actually change. I can put all kinds of stuff on YouTube, lots of stuff on YouTube, lots of stuff for free, but if you have nothing, if you have no investment in it, no buy-in, it's just free information. It's going to go and it's going to come. And then my signature package that we'll be rolling out on May 1st is the self-mastery movement, where, you get to live your best life. And what is going to be provided is going to be online. I will provide you with all the mechanical understanding of this system. Okay, and do what I just did like today. Bring in things like, Louise Hay, Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, Andrew Kaufman, Dr. Andrew, because there is so much profound information right now in the quantum so that we can remove ourselves from this psychological warfare. We can become autonomous, be autonomous, and absolutely live the self-mastery. So not only is it the structure of self-mastery, but it's also going to be, how can I apply this? I can give you the what all day long on YouTube. I can give you the what all day long through online courses. How can you actually implement this information in your life and not make it a mental, not make it a mental figuring out? It's actually witnessing your physical body interacting. It's actually witnessing how you can best honor your purpose. You can best honor the role that you came here to have. So that's what self-mastery, that's what my program brings for you. So again, I'd like to ask you, can you please subscribe, get notifications, definitely give me a thumbs up if you appreciate this information. If you don't appreciate it, whatever, give me a thumbs down. It's still, it's still working. You know, it's still working either way. Share this with whomever you feel can grasp the logical understanding of this, and go forth and live your human design, live your God code, stand in the power of that code, stand in the power of that frequency, and let life support you in the flow of discovering your own fractal. All right, friends, have a great day, and we shall chat again.